how do I groove with people right off the bat? This is something that I've always been very, very natural at. I'm not as great as I want to be with harmony. Melody I'm really great at, but harmony I'm not really as good at. I have defaults that I tend to fall back on, but I know how to adapt those defaults to situations really, really well. You want to establish, with any approach to anything, there's a core concept here, and that is you want to have some stable pieces of information. Music theory, yeah, it's a stable piece of information, but what if you don't know music theory? A lot of people don't, but they still love making music. So when you approach groove, and I'm approaching this from a level as if I'm teaching a 3-year-old. So we have low notes and we have high notes, and we have combinations of lows and highs, and even combinations of just a stable high or a stable low. And they combine together to make a groove when it's playing over and over and over again for a certain clip of whatever it is. You have a groove. So I'm gonna just little by little show you how I myself approach a jam situation, or even just making stuff up on my own. Even whether I have a drummer or not, you can still do the same thing, and it'll give you a stable piece of information, a stable protocol that you can go by to jam with anybody, or jam with yourself, and make it feel good to people around you who are listening. So here we go. This is a beat that I came up with, just something simple. Alright. You have low notes and you have high notes. So you want to figure out what are the low notes. The low notes are in my kick drum. Boom, 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 boom. We can replicate that on the lowest string. Read all the strings. That's what a bass player would typically lock onto the most. But then you have high notes. Bass player would do the same thing. Find your high notes and then lock onto them and expand onto them, or play in between, whatever works. That's your snare and your hi-hat. But we're only gonna focus on the snare because the hi-hat's not doing anything interesting here. It's just locking in on this. It's locking in. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. But we can work off of that. But we want to know what the groove is. That's the groove. Let's add something to it. Let's add a bass line. Nothing simple, just root notes on the kick drum. Nothing too crazy, just keep it simple. If somebody could dance to that, totally, right off the bat. And let's figure out what intervals or what chords we want to use. We could use 7th. Going in 7th. We can figure out, okay, chords. I don't like minor and major, so I'm gonna adapt my style to it. My favorite key is C major, or what I'm using apart from that C major is I'm using the A minor, because there are no sharps and flats, and open strings there aren't any sharps or flats. So you can leave drone strings out, and that's dope because it makes it sound bigger. But on the verse part, I don't want stuff to ring out, so I'll use finger picking. Quiet it down and give me some something so I can put some lyrical content on top of those. Hey, we got something. Now we have a verse, the same notes, just different ways of playing those notes. Watch this. I just switch into the verse now. You notice how big of a difference that made. Same notes, just a different approach to those notes. I could do tapping and just but tapping, I wouldn't put that as a chorus part. That would typically be a verse, so that I still have. But I can do more with that and still do the tapping. I did something really, really rad there, and I added a melody with that. I gave you the pedal tone. I gave you that. I gave you the pedal tone, but then I gave you a little secondary, which it would typically be secondary if I were singing over it, but that's kind of the thing that I have to actually record my guitar first and then go and sing over it and then figure out how everything lines up and practice it. But so yeah, I just gave you everything right there. It was a really simple little lesson. I'm gonna jam with that a little bit because that was kind of cool. So that's a really cool method that you can really engage tapping and a large number of techniques into a pop song. You don't have to do all this tapping stuff all the time, but you can use it as to give you a little bit more melody in there, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, if this gave you some really good ideas and as well as shows you how human I actually am, I hope that you can take this and go places with it and do some really, really cool things. So yeah, take it and run with it and have fun with this concept. That's how I create all my songs. I'll have a beat in my head and I can play it and you can understand what the drums are gonna do, use tapping melodically if you know how to do it. This is why I will not teach people my songs, because I want people to create things on their own, and use concepts to create them so they have a stable piece of information. And then when you have that stable piece of information and understanding how to construct a groove, the sky's the limit, and you can understand how everything works. I mean, that's how I build all of my songs. So, and that's how, you can dissect other people's songs that you like and expand on them. I tend to use tapping for my extra melodies more so than just, that kind of stuff. So, I hope that this lesson gave you something, some inspiration, some ideas that you can work on, and how to use, maybe a little bit into using tapping more with reason, and with something more than just tapping just because it looks cool or whatever. Because that's my whole thing. But if you, like I said, I didn't say this earlier actually, but if you really enjoy this, please consider donating to my Patreon or my PayPal below. It'll help me upgrade my hardware and my software, as well as, help me manage to collect everything I need to collect to be able to go on tour. I've never been on tour with my music, and I'm not getting old. I'm 33, but it's coming up there. So I've put everything down to really just get it together to accomplish my dreams of doing that. And so any assistance that I can have in that, it means absolutely the world to me. So thank you for watching, and I really hope that this helps. Bye.